Tehsin. She was shortlisted for the Hindu Young World Good Books Best Author Award 2017 for her book Wild in the Backyard. Her picture book, The Elephant Bird, was read at more than 3,200 locations in India, from the slums to the Presidential Library on the International Literacy Day 2016, and translated in 25 languages by communities. She is the author of several fiction and non-fiction books on wildlife. She was appointed as the Honorary Wildlife Warden of Udaipur and has relentlessly pursued nature conservation through her writings and columns. Arefa is also an avid traveler and contributes travel pieces for various publications. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone. How are you all today morning? It's good to come out of school, no? Okay, so okay, so how many of you have been to a jungle? Oh, lot many, huh? This is an actual forest that you have visited? Okay. So my family and the jungles have a long-standing relationship. My grandfather was one of the earliest big game hunters turned conservationist of India. He was a contemporary of Jim Corbett. And my father has been a wildlife protection crusader of sorts. He is in fact known as the Vasco da Gama of Mewar jungles. So he always brought me closer to nature and jungle and wildlife when I was growing up. He would take me to the forests and he would take me inside the cages of leopards and bears and crocodiles and snakes so that I lose all fear of animals. And I did to a great extent. In fact, one of my earliest memories is playing under the same banyan tree in Ranthambore National Park, where a tigress used to be seated the whole day. And there are many lessons that I have learned from the wild, actually. I'll tell you one of the stories. So every summer, my father used to take us to one of these jungles. And Sumer was a place, it's a small forest in Kumbhalgarh Wildlife Sanctuary, it's a national park now. We used to go there every summer. And as usual, every day in the evening, we would go and sit near a water hole. So mornings and evenings, dawn and dusk, are the two best times to see the animals. Can someone tell me why? Yes. Not cages, caves you mean? That's not the reason. Can anyone else try? Yes. They do drink water, but okay, can you tell me? No, that's not correct. Actually, there are two different kind of animals. In fact, there are three: nocturnal, diurnal. Okay, the day animals and the night animals. And they both the kind of animals come out during dawn and dusk. So some animals are there which are active in the night. And there are some animals which are active in the daytime. So at both these times, one kind of animal is retreating and the other kind of animal is waking up and coming out. And at both these times, both the kind of animals, of course, when you're starting a day or when you're calling it off, you need a drink. So that is why they all come to the water holes to drink. So those are the two of the best times. So every day at dusk, we used to sit near this water hole and watch the animals. And as usual, we were sitting near this water hole, and every day there was a sounder of 17 wild boars that used to come on that water hole to drink water. You know what wild boars are? The wild pigs with the tushes, yeah? So as usual, those 17 wild boars came that evening, and we were sitting behind a few bushes there. My father, a couple of my cousins were there, and one of my very good school friends had also accompanied me during that trip. So we were sitting there very quietly. For some reason, the wild boars, they saw some movement behind the bushes and they attacked us, all 17 of them. And my friend who was with me, she got really afraid. She caught my hand and I told her everything is okay when everything was not okay. And my father just raised his hand slightly for all of us to be eye still. And we completely trusted our father. We kept on sitting there as these wild boars attacked us. And at the very same time, there was this big cobra that passed by. He actually slithered past my father's shoes. But we didn't move. And the wild boars would have come just a few feet away from us, and they stopped. Why? Because the wind changed direction, and they smelled that there were human beings ahead. So they just stopped there for a few moments. They grunted, then puffed and huffed, and demonstrated for a few seconds, which seemed like a very long time for us, and then they turned and they went away. And the snake also went on its way. We tried to follow the cobra, and then it, kind of raised its hood, then demonstrated for a moment or so, and then it went away. So the lesson that we learned was that the animals are large-hearted. What would you do if a snake or a wild boar enters your house? Forget about your house. What will you do if they enter the garden or your backyard or even a lane in the city? We do not rest in peace till the time they are captured or even killed after that. But animals are quite large-hearted. And they do not attack unless they feel threatened. So today we will not be talking about the wild animals, as in the animals who are found in the jungles, but the animals who are found in our own homes and backyards and cities and gardens. Let's check out a few of them. And these are wild animals. So let's all be nature detectives today. Okay, which animals come to your mind when you think of a city animal? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So most of the people, they either think of a dog or they think of a cat when they think about city animals. But there are many other wild animals which are found in the city. So we'll check out a few of them today. Okay, who is the serpent hunter? Can someone tell me? Who is the serpent hunter which is found in our cities? Anybody? Yeah. No, it hunts snakes. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Mongoose is the serpent hunter that's found in the cities. It is not spotted very easily. It is difficult to spot. It is found in Asia, Africa, and Europe. It is not found in the Americas. And the snake and the scorpion venom does not affect a scorpion, mongoose. That is why it can kill a snake. You must have seen some videos, right, of mongooses killing snakes, isn't it? So those are the serpent hunters that are found in our very own cities. Okay, so I am going to ask a few questions. Now this is a quiz. You have to raise your hands and don't shout the answers. Just raise your hands and I'll ask you, you can answer then. Okay, so this is a mongoose fighting a cobra rather. It is in fact meat-eating animal, a mongoose. It's a complete carnivore. So, okay, the first question is, a mongoose breaks an egg by A, using a stick as an egg cracker and cracking it open, B, breaking the shell with its front paws and emptying it into its mouth, C, standing with its back to a wall or rock and then throwing the egg with its front paws below its body. The egg hits the wall and breaks. So A, B, C, which is the answer? Okay, right at the back in specs.
A.
A. No, that's the incorrect answer. One more chance. There are just 3 options here. Yes. B is also the wrong answer. So what a mongoose does is, it stands with its back to a wall or a rock or whatever, places the egg here and throws it back with its paw. So the egg breaks and the mongoose eats it. Okay, B, a mongoose giggles, laughs out loud, or sniggers. What is the noise of the call of the mongoose called? Giggle, LOL, or snigger? Okay, here, yes. No, that's incorrect. One more chance. Yes, 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 yes.
Snicker.
No, incorrect. It giggles. Mongoose giggles actually. Okay, the third question. Which god carries a mongoose? Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, Kuber, the god of wealth, or Yamraj, the god of death? That is Yam. Okay. All right. Yes. No, that's incorrect. My God. Okay. Uh, okay, the one in specs. Yes, yes. C. C is what you say what C is. Not just ABC. You have to say what it is. Yama. No. That's the incorrect answer. It's the Kuber, the god of wealth, that always has a mongoose with him. Yam has this bull. No. You can see Yam is having a bull with him. Which country doesn't allow mongooses? So there is a country where mongooses are banned, you know. Is that Sri Lanka? Is that Egypt? Or is that the US of A? Okay. Yes. Yes, you. Yeah. Okay, that's the correct answer for a change. So why is it banned in the US of A? Okay, so the thing is, mongooses, as I said, are not found in America. And mongoose were introduced in the West Indies. And what they did was they started killing the local animals, the indigenous animals that were found there. So that is why the US government banned mongooses to be present in US. And in fact, except Hawaii, it is banned everywhere. You cannot have a mongoose either in a home or a zoo or anything. You cannot have a mongoose. So there's an interesting story of Mr. Margot. Mr. Margot was the mongoose of a captain, of a ship captain. And he had trained the mongoose very well. He would even sip on tea and, you know, do some antics and stuff. So when he came to USA, he gave it to the Duluth Zoo. And after some time, it became a sensation. Everybody would come to see the, you know, tea-sipping mongoose. And the US government finally came to know about it, that there is an illegal mongoose living in the Duluth Zoo. And they pronounced death sentence on him. They said, we'll have to kill this mongoose. But all the people who loved Mr. Margot, who would go and visit him in the zoo, they all came together and they protested, and the US government finally had to lift the death sentence from Mr. Margot's head, and Mr. Margot spent his last days, he lived for very long in the Duluth Zoo itself. Okay. So what is that? Anybody can tell me, right? What is the Chidiya Rani that we see in our gardens? That's right, it's a sparrow. So sparrows are grain-eating birds, and they spread with humans around 10,000 years back. So you will always find them where humans live, because with the spread of agriculture, the sparrows also spread everywhere with humans. So they have been with us for a very, very long time. But now you see them less and less because of all the pesticides that we put in the grains. So, you know, these sparrows, they eat the pesticide and they die of poison. Also, now we no longer have the kind of homes where sparrows can very easily build their nests. So that is another reason why the sparrows are, you know, not able to reproduce and, you know, build their nests. And also there are some people who feed, you know, you must have seen some people giving grains for sparrows and all that. So some people give really rotten grains to these sparrows, and the sparrows eat that and die. So those are a few things why the sparrows are becoming less and less. And in fact, the 20th of March is celebrated as the World Sparrow Day. So let's have a few questions now. These are the sparrows, and you have to tell me if this is truth or lie. Sparrows like their food served. Okay, who will tell me if this is a truth or a lie? Okay, yes?
Truth.
That is right. As I said, some people, you know, give grains and all that to sparrows. All right, the next question. Sparrows cannot dive underwater. Is that true or false? Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, you. No, the one in the front. Yes. No, that's false. Sparrows can dive underwater. Okay. The third one now. Their name means lazy, good for nothing birds. Is that truth or a lie? Okay. Yes. Yes, in the specs. Yeah.
Lie.
Sorry?
Lie.
It's a lie. That's right. So what does their name mean? Their name means a small active bird that belongs to the house. That is the actual meaning of their name. Okay. Pox and malaria are deadly sparrow diseases. True or false? Yes. No, that's true. Sparrows also have malaria and pox. Okay, the next question. Pa and Ma eat baby sparrows' poop. That is true or false? Yeah, at the back.
True.
That is right. So the mother and father, they eat the poop of the baby sparrows to keep the nests clean. You'll say they can just throw it away, but actually they eat it, initially at least. Sparrow pie is an old European dish. True or false? Yes? Yeah, it is true. There is a special European dish which is made out of sparrows. This is a sparrow, and we all should try that these sparrows come back to our homes again. We should have these small nests. Have you seen those bird houses and all? You can keep that in the house, you know, so that more and more sparrows can come and build their nest there. So we will move on to another animal which is found in our homes. Who can tell me what this is? Very good. Yes, yes, yes. This is a centipede. This is a centipede. And it is called the 100-legger. The name, the meaning of the name is a 100-legger. This is what you can see it in your bathrooms most of the times. But it is not very easy to spot. Like a mongoose, it is not easy to spot. It is a 430 million year old animal. 430 million year old animal. And there are more than 8,000 kinds of centipedes that are found in the world. And they have venomous claws. Their claws are actually venomous. All the centipedes have venomous claws. And they are not insects. What are they? They are not insects. What are they? No, 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 no. They are not worms. No, no, no. They are very big. No, they are arthropods actually. Insects have 6 legs. All the creatures, those little creatures, have 6 legs, and we call them insects. But this fellow has way more than 6 legs, isn't it? It is called a 100-legger. Okay, so we'll start with the questions. How many legs do centipedes not have? A, 100, B, 96, C, 30, D, 34, E, 42. How many legs do centipedes not have? Okay, who'll tell me? Yes. Yes, you. 34. Incorrect. 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 One more chance I'll give. Okay. The girl there. Yes. Sorry, how many? 100. That's the correct answer. Centipedes, although they are called 100-legger, it doesn't have 100 legs. Why? Because its body is segmented, and it always has odd number of segments in the body. So either it can have 49 segments in the body, each with 2 legs, or it can have 51 segments in the body. So 48 into 2 is 98. And 51 into 2 is 102. So you cannot have exactly 100 legs in a centipede. So we'll move to the next question. What do centipedes like most? A, a midnight snack. B, a cool, moist, chill-out place. C, a relaxed evening walk. D, a short snooze in the daytime. E, a scratch on the back. Yes, in the specs. Yes, you.
B. A cool, moist, chill out place.
Very good. For a change, first time the answer is, for first go the answer is correct. That's correct. That is correct. That's why you will find them in the drains and all these places, because they like these cool, moist places. Okay, so the next question. Which of the below statements is true? Mama centipedes take care of the young. Mama centipedes don't take care of the young. Mama centipedes eat their own eggs if they are upset. Baby centipedes eat their own mamas. Or all of the above. Who will tell me? At the very end, yeah. Red t-shirt, yes.
B.
B is mama centipedes don't take care of the young. No, that's the incorrect answer. Anybody else? One more chance. Okay, you tell me. C. Well, mama centipedes eat their own eggs if upset. Well, the actual answer, correct answer is E, all of the above. So, you know, there are more than 8,000 kind of centipedes found in the world, and they all have different habits. Some of the mamas eat their own eggs. Some centipedes, after they are born, they can eat their own mama. So, you know, interesting animals that are found in our own bathrooms, imagine. Okay, what problem can a centipede bite cause in humans? A, weakness. B, allergy. C, fever and chills. D, swelling. E, any or all of the above. What will happen if a centipede bites you? Okay, yes, in the jacket, yeah.
Me. E, any or all of the above.
That is correct. That is correct. But generally, centipedes are not harmful because their claws do not penetrate our skin. Their venomous claws do not penetrate our skin. So most of the centipedes for us are completely harmless. Okay. Now, which of the given statement is true? Some centipedes don't have eyes. A few centipedes grow legs with age. As they are growing older, they get more and more legs. Spiders prey on centipedes and centipedes prey on spiders. All of the above or none of the above? Okay, yes, yes. No, that's incorrect. One more. Yes. White band. Yes. Yes, yes, you. Don't look back, yeah. That's right. It's all of the above. Okay, so we'll move on to the next animal. This is a centipede. One of the kinds of centipedes that is found. Now what is that? Yes, it's a snail. Very good. Have you seen a snail? Okay. The slimy and the sluggish. Snail is another animal which is found in our backyards, and you especially see them in the rains, right? Okay, so this is a snail. It carries its home on its back like a tortoise, right? And it has a one long leg. Its whole body is a long leg actually. And you know, they are kept as pets. In USA, many people keep them as pets. And they are pests also, because sometimes when you grow crops in the agricultural fields, if you have too many snails, it can be a pest. It starts eating the vegetables that the farmers are growing. So it's a pest as well. And they can, you know, live up to 15 years in captivity. If they are kept in a captivity, they can live up to 15 years, which is a very long life for such a small animal. And you find land snails, sea snails, and freshwater snails. But most of the times what we see are the land snails. So we'll come to the questions now. This is a snail carrying its home on its back, and we have to find the good eggs from the fact basket to be a super snail expert. Okay, so number one, most snails have thousands, hundreds or dozens of teeth. How many teeth does a snail have? Okay, yes, you in the front. Hundreds, no. Yes, 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 you. Thousands. It has thousands of teeth, not dozens. It has thousands of teeth. So imagine a snail dentist would be a very happy person. And all its teeth are on its tongue. All the teeth of a snail are on its tongue, which is actually called a radula. Okay. So slugs are snails without teeth, shell, or attitude. What are slugs? Slugs are also snails, but they don't have one of the things, teeth, shell, or attitude. Okay. Okay, yes. Yes, you. No, the one behind you. Yeah. Shell, that's correct. So slugs are also basically the same thing, but they do not have a shell on their back. Okay, so the third question, snail shells are good for toothache, wrinkles, or the tongue twister. She sells seashells on the seashore. What are they good for? Okay, yes, yes, yes. Wrinkles. That's right. That's correct. So snails are actually used in cosmetic products as well. Snails are soft, chewy, or slimy to eat. How do they feel when you're eating them? Okay, yeah, yes, 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 yes. Slimy, though. They are not. They are not slimy. They are actually chewy to eat. And you know, snails are eaten in so many places: China, Algeria, India, Nepal, Spain. There are so many. At some places in Europe, you can actually buy them in the supermarkets and go home and cook. Okay, so visitors. No. Number 5, land snails use sweat, mucus, or saliva to crawl. How do they crawl? Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's correct. Very good. So they actually use mucus to crawl. Even if they are crawling on a razor, they will not get cut. Okay, visitors eat 10, 5, or 1 tons of snails during the 3-day snail festival in Spain. How much snails are eaten in Spain during the festival? Okay, yes. Yes. No, 10 tons. They eat 10 tons of snails during a 3-day festival in Spain. Okay, most of the land snails are ladies, gents, or both ladies and gents at the same time. Who will tell me? Yes, yes, yeah. They are ladies. No, they are actually ladies and gents at the same time. They are hermaphrodites. Okay, so the next one, snail mail means email, postal mail, or a male snail. Okay, right at the back, yeah. Yes, yes. Male snail? No. It it means a postal mail. Why? Because it is very slow. The postal mail is very slow to reach. It's not like an email that at a click of a button the letter has gone. Postal mail takes a very long time. That is why it is called snail mail. Okay. Most land snails have eyes on their tentacles, shells, or muscular legs. Where do they have their eyes? Mm, okay, yes. Yes, you tell me. No, they do not have it on their muscular legs. They have it on their tentacles. Yes. Okay. So a flatworm called the green-banded brood sack can take a particular snail on a suicide mission, to a party, or to a swimming pool. Where can this flatworm take the snail? Yes. Yes, right at the back. Yeah, that's right.
A suicide mission.
That's correct. And why is that? Can you tell me?
Ma'am, because worms like to eat snails.
No, they do not actually eat snails. They actually get inside the snail, and the next life cycle needs to be carried in the bottom of a bird. So what this flatworm does is, it does not allow the snail to retract its eye stalks back into its shell whenever there is a prey around. If there is a bird, what a snail generally does is, it retracts itself into the shell so that it is not eaten. But this flatworm, when it is inside the body of the snail, it doesn't allow it to retract the eye stalks, and a bird comes and eats the snail, and the snail goes into the belly of the bird, and the flatworm can carry its life cycle, the next stage of its life cycle, in the bottom of the bird. So it can take a snail on a suicide mission actually. Okay, so we are coming to the next animal. Lousy lice. Lice, you all must have known. Some of you at least would have got the lice in your head, you know, that crunching it between your fingers and all. Most of you have got lice or not? No, you have missed on something then if you didn't get lice. You have got no? So you would have seen that after a lice actually feeds, it changes color. Before that, it looks brown, and after feeding, it looks red. Have you noticed or not? Isn't it? And there are more than 3,000 kinds of lice found in the world. What is the singular for lice? Can anyone tell me? Lice is the plural. Plural. Louse. That's correct. Yes. And you know, in World War II, the record holder, all the soldiers in the World War used to have lice because they would be living in such dreary conditions and such dirty conditions that they all got lice. So the record holder is a soldier who had 10,000 lice and 10,000 nits on his body. Nits, what are nits? The lice eggs are called nits. So that is a record holder. Imagine. And actually when these lice are born, they are like mini adults. You know, imagine you being born with a mustache and beard and everything, and you are only growing in size. So that's what happens with lice. They are just born as mini adults, and they keep on growing in size. So we'll go on to some questions now. Okay. So this is lice in your head, and this is mama lice looking after the nits. So true or false? Lice is found in all mammals. Is that true or is that false? Yes. You tell me, yeah. No, it's not true. It's false because it's not found in whales, dolphins, and bats. They are also mammals. You know that, right? So they are not found in these three kind of mammals. Okay. The poop of head lice is red. Is it true or is it false? Yes. Yeah. Yes, you tell me. No, it's true. It is dark red in color, in fact. Okay, head lice spreads diseases. Yes. Yeah. No, it's false. They do not spread diseases. They only suck your blood. They are not like mosquitoes who spread diseases. Okay, head lice like shadows and dark colored objects. Is it true or is it false? Yes, you in specs? Yes. That is true. Yes, it is true. That is why most of the times you will find the lice either at the back of your ear or on your nape and these places because they prefer dark places. Okay, head lice can't attend school. Is that true or is that false? Yes. No, one. Yes. Yes, you, not you, the one near. Yes, you. No, that is true actually. The head lice cannot attend school in some places. How? The US of A in some places has a no-net policy. So if a child gets lice in the head, he or she cannot attend school till the time you get rid of all the lice. So head lice in some parts of the world can't attend. Okay. Head lice can jump from head to head. True or false? Yes. Yes, you. Yeah, you. Yes. No, I was not asking you. Yes. Yes, you. That is true. Yes, that is true. It cannot jump from head to head. It actually crawls. It doesn't. It can jump from head to head. No, that's false. It cannot jump from head to head. It actually crawls. It can't jump. Okay. Shaving the head can control lice infestation. Is that true or is that false? Yes, you. Yeah.
True.
Shaving the head can control lice infestation. That is true. If there will be no hair in the head, of course, there will be no lice. Where will the lice go anyway? So, of course, it is true. And they have found lice even in the heads of mummies in Egypt and other places. Imagine they were also suffering from lice at that time. Okay, so we will move on to the next animal, and this one is a super survivor, super survivor. That's a cockroach, right? I'm sure you all have seen cockroaches. All right. So this is one hell of a guy's super survivor. So we'll check some fun family facts of cockroaches. There are 47,600 different kinds of cockroaches found in the world, but only 30 kinds are found in humans. And then if you see one cockroach, they say there are 100 that you don't see in your house. And in your house, you can have up to 20,000 cockroaches. And they also prefer warm and dark places and moist places. You have seen them going in a drain and all that. That's where they come out from at night. And that's why they are found in the garbage pits and all these places. And they like living with their family and friends. There are a lot of cockroaches that actually live together. And what is an intrusion? A group of cockroaches is called an intrusion. And they're hardy boys and hardy girls, you know. They can just eat just about anything. They can eat your toothpaste. That's why you should always cover your, toothbrush at night. You should put a cap on it, because even if there's a little bit of toothpaste, they will come and they will, niggle on it, and then you will be brushing your teeth with the same brush in the morning the next day. So you should put a cap on it. So they they can eat just about anything. They can eat their own poop to survive. They can eat each other to survive. So that's why they are super survivors, right? And some of them can live without food for a month. And others, in fact, can hold their breath for 45 minutes. You just try holding your breath and see for how long you can hold it. Very short period of time, right? 45 minutes is a very long time. And some of them can survive hours of freezing temperature. If you put them in a freezer, and if you open the freezer after a few hours, they will come out scuttling and they'll run away. And they have 12 times more capacity to survive a nuclear bomb than humans have. Have you seen that movie Wall-E? Has anybody seen it? So there are only two people in it. One is a robot and one is a cockroach, the only survivors. So the cockroaches are going to survive much after us. Okay, so let's come to a few questions now. Yes or no? People drank boiled cockroach tea to cure ills. Is that true or is that false? Yes, 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 yes. No, that's true. Actually, in China, they even farm cockroaches. So, and they use it, they grind it and use it in cosmetics and other things. Imagine a dry cockroach on your dry lips. Cockroaches are made to fight as gladiators. Is it true or is it false? Like gladiators. Yes. Yes, you. Yeah. You. Yes, true or false? I was asking her, the one in front. Yeah. No, it is true actually. Cockroaches are trained and then they are made to fight as gladiators. They are very good fighters. And in fact, in America, there is a boxer. He is called Freddie Roach, that's his name, but he's called La Cucaracha, the cockroach. That's his pet name. Okay, roaches have not traveled to space. Is that true or is that false? Cockroaches have not traveled to space, in outer space. Yes, right at the back, yes. They have not traveled, no, they have traveled. In fact, that is the first land animal. Russia had sent this cockroach and it had gone to outer space. And it is the first land animal to give birth in space. And her name was Nagzeda, the cockroach which gave birth in space. Cockroaches like to be touched. Is that true or is that false? They like to be touched. Okay, yes. That is false? No, that is true. They like to be squeezed and touched, not by us, but whenever you switch on a light, they would just go in a drain and squeeze themselves in. So that is one massage-loving insect. It likes to be touched. So these are, I hope you don't have this poster in your room. Okay. So those are a few of the many animals that are found in your own homes. There are, in fact, many of them. You can read my book, Wild in the Backyard, and you'll come to know about many more such animals that live in your own homes, and you are completely unaware, because whenever we talk of city animals, we just say cats or dogs. But there are many more kind of wild animals that actually live with us. You know, there's a blind snake that is found in the flower pots. We do not even come to know that it's a snake because it looks exactly like a earthworm, like an earthworm. But the difference, you can make out the difference if you see it closely. It's a non-venomous snake, so you don't have to worry about it. You can see it closely. It doesn't have segments on the body. The earthworm has segments in the body. It doesn't have segments. And when you'll see it moves very fast. So an earthworm cannot move like that and go. But we always see them in a flower pot. It's in fact called a flower pot snake because it's mostly found in flower pots. And in fact, snakes are one of my most favorite animals. I have grown up playing with snakes. My father, as I said, he used to take me inside the cages of a lot of these animals. And you know, we have this dread of snakes. Most of us really dread snakes, isn't it? If there is a rat running around, we all will keep sitting here like we are sitting right now. But even if we spot a single snake, we all will get up and we'll run away, isn't it? But actually, and when we think of a rat, we always think of Tom and Jerry, and we are like, no, the sweet Jerry, and you know, whatever. But actually, the rats and mice are much more harmful than a snake. They are much more dangerous than a snake. Have you heard about the Black Plague? Almost 1/3 of Europe's population died due to the Black Plague, which was spread by rats. Imagine. And in India, there are around 216 species of snakes found, out of which only 52 are venomous. And even out of this 52, only 5 are deadly venomous. But still, if we'll see a snake, we'll just go and kill the snake. And in fact, snakes do us a great service because they eat rats. You know, if you breed a pair of rats in an ideal condition for 1 year, can you imagine how many rats there will be by the end of the year? There'll be so many rats that if you put them one above the other, the line is going to be from here to the moon. Those many rats. So if we don't have snakes eating rats, we will have a real lot of them. And they say that in 1972, there was a worldwide famine. And the scientists calculated that just in India, if we had saved the food grains destroyed by rats, we could have fed the population of the whole world which was suffering from famine. That is the extent of damage that rats do. You know, in the atta that we eat, we all eat atta and roti, right? There is an acceptable percentage of rat shit in the atta that we eat. By the government, because you can't really do anything about it. There are so many rats in the storage, in the grain storage areas and anything that you can't do anything about it. And snakes are, in fact, they have always been worshipped, right? We have Nag Panchami. So why are snakes worshipped? Because they have a value. And why? I mean, can anyone tell me? What is the reason behind it? The reason is, okay, yes? Yes, the one in specs? Yeah, that one.
Because they kill rats.
That is one of the reasons. Actually, in the olden days, the wealth of a human being was measured in 2 ways. One was the amount of cloth that one owned, and the other was the amount of grains that one owned, food grains. And the enemy of both food grains and cloth was rat, and the enemy of rat was snake. So there are a lot of other things that I can keep on talking about snakes, but not today. Maybe some other time. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll take 2-3 questions now. Anybody wants to ask anything? Yes.
How do we know which is a male snail or a female?
As I said, they are not male or female snails. They are hermaphrodites. They can be a male or they can be a female at the same time. It depends on the kind of partner that they meet. Okay, anyone else? Yes. Well, first of all, there are no poisonous snakes in the world. Do you know that? Why is that? There are only venomous snakes. So what is the difference? What is the difference? Can somebody tell me between venomous and poisonous? What is the difference? Okay. So venom is injected and poison is ingested. You actually eat poison. But venom has to be injected in your blood. So that is why all the snakes that are dangerous are venomous. They are not poisonous. And how do you tell the difference? It is difficult to tell the difference actually, because you have to actually count the scales on their head and all that, and you can't really go near a snake and try to, count the scales. But one of the field tests that is there and a field thing which is there is on how a snake moves actually. So if it is moving, curving a lot and moving, it is generally a poisonous, a venomous snake. It is a venomous snake if it is curving too much and moving. If it is slithering like this, you have seen the snakes. And if it is slithering less, like if it is curving less when it is moving, then it is a non-venomous snake. But here there is a catch. There is only one exception to this, and which is king cobra. The king cobra doesn't slither too much, doesn't curve too much when it is moving, and it is, as you know, it is deadly venomous. One more question, one last question. Yes.
Spitting cobra. Spitting cobra.
Yeah, what do you want me to say about it?
Ma'am, anything that I can say my mother? Actually, I want to discuss.
Well, you can read a lot about spitting cobra. I'm not an expert on snakes or anything, but generally when that cobra is spitting, it aims for the eyes. When you are at eye level, it spits and it goes in the eyes, and you can go blind if it spits in your eyes. But you don't have to worry, you will not come across a spitting cobra.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you know which is the heaviest snake in the world? That is anaconda. And the longest? No, it is python. It is reticulated python is the longest snake in the world. So try to read a little, no more questions. So try to read a little more about snakes and do not be too afraid of them. Try to find out which are the snakes that we find here in India, which are the venomous ones, which are the non-venomous ones. We should try not to be, too antagonistic towards snakes. They are very good animals and they are very beneficial for humans. Thank you very much. Do read the book and let me know how you like it. Thanks. Come and ask me.